What's up, guys? What's
Man,
up, everybody?
everybody's popping on. What's up, everybody?
How you doing, guys? You like my background? This is my these are my screen used Bespin curtains. You didn't know that? I won them from the last prop shop auction. I couldn't talk about it, but
Yeah.
I got them. Look, they're screen used, and screen matched. No, obviously. Where do you think we're at?
Six Flags.
Nah. We're at Disneyland again. So, but yeah, man, how you doing? How you doing, Michael?
I'm good. How's my sidekick?
Good. How's my sidekick?
Yeah, he's good, dude. Man, so many little things to talk about. You mentioned it, the prop stuff that took place, and
yeah, $2.3 million studio scale model.
Dude,
What's up with that? Where are we gonna show it next week or what? Are we gonna show it, Michael, or no?
No, you're not.
No, that wasn't you. What? I thought that's
but I can show you one that's just as nice.
Yeah, right. If not, probably better.
Cheaper.
Right, exactly. All right, guys. So we got a bunch of our buddies already on here.
Yeah.
Got Steven. Steven has been on the lookout for that Max Rebo, just like you guys. Everyone's been so supportive. You guys, I actually found one, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah. Got Jose. What's up, Jose?
Hey, Jose.
California. I know, right? Like I said, we just came from the heat's insane right
y'all
now.
are clueless.
Oh, really? It's bad over there?
It's bad.
Oh, man.
We're in a bad drop.
We got Sean in the house. What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
Coy, what's up? We got Nilda. What's up, Nilda?
Hey, Nilda. Good to see
Sean. You. What's up, Sean? We got Mr. Barry, Scott Barry. Had a birthday recently. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
I know.
Your lovely wife, Janine.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Got Armando. What's up, Armando? Here's Janine. Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, did you see Michael what Janine did for Scott's birthday?
No, but I'm sure
we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna definitely. We got Brad. Oh, we got Brad. What's up, Brad? How you doing, man? McFly. Got Lee. What's up, Lee? Batman and Robin. Michael already said he was Robin last show, so
that's right.
Lee. Man.
It's good.
We got Russell. What's up, Russell? So yeah, I mean, I think let me just tell you what Janine did. It was such a cool thing. And Michael, this is like right up our alley. This is exactly what we love to talk about on Collection Wars. So let me see if I could actually find the post, but we'll just start talking about it. So you guys know it was Scott's birthday. And what Janine did, I guess Scott had this vintage Millennium Falcon that he had since 1978, and it was just in a box, kind of just all just abandoned. And for his birthday, Janine just went and got new parts for it, just made it look all super great, and and kind of gave it a second chance at life. And which is cool is that it's his original Falcon from when he was a little kid.
Man, that's from the heart stuff there.
Right? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's
Janine.
We talk about that all the time, right? How it's I would rather have some of my toys than some of the new stuff that we're buying.
Yeah. No doubt. That's
right?
really cool of her to do that.
I know.
What's really cool is that she knows, I bet he was totally shocked about it too, huh?
Yeah. And I think there's only a couple of parts left, right, Janine, that you're missing? Let me see.
Yeah, let me know. I might have them.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the post. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So here is Janine's post. Oh yeah, here's let me put this.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right. So here it is. Look at this. So it's his birthday. He owned his 1979 Kenner Millennium Falcon. A few years ago, when his parents were moving in, they came across this Millennium Falcon and brought it over. Scott was super nostalgic about it, but decided it was in such poor shape that it wasn't worth saving. I told him to reconsider and packed it away in the garage. For part of his birthday present, Janine decided if you could find some parts to restore it. Still in the hunt for the cockpit glass and some vintage figures, but she did a great job. Look at that. You see it, Michael? Well. Oh, Michael's not. What happened? Sorry, those sounds you're hearing is some pictures that I'm getting. But look how cool. Do you see this, Michael?
I'm coming back. Okay, so this is the deal. I had a neighbor give me this not too long ago, but unfortunately I wasn't sure, but it is missing. So what do you still need? Because I walked away.
I think she just needs the little cockpit glass.
Does she have that back lid for it? This?
I think so. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see that part right there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Look at how cool it. I mean, it looks so legit.
It looks fantastic. Yeah, I was going to actually restore this one, even though I have one. It was really cool. My neighbor gave it to me. Well, sorry about that. I thought I might have that cockpit piece.
Yeah, I mean, look how cool it looks.
God, the decals look really good.
I know the decals are great. But yeah, I just thought that was such a cool, cool birthday gift, right?
I like how the figures in there. It's a cool setup.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
She needs a canopy or canopy glass.
That's very cool.
Yeah, PJ, what's up, PJ? Yeah, man, that's all those nostalgic things. Which reminds me, I remember we were just talking about Max Rebo. I finally found some. But I had to buy them in parts. So I found a really good loose set, but the Max Rebo was really good, all completely blue.
Wow, that's really
and yeah. Well, I mean, a little bit fading, but it was really decent. It was like $80, but it had no accessories. Yeah. So then I bought the piano on eBay. It was like $40. The only thing I'm missing now are the instruments, which are the most expensive part.
Yes.
I was like, this is great. The little flute that McCool, Droopy McCool's flute is like $80 just on its own.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's insane. I know. What's up? Yeah. But it's been a good week, right? Did the finale of Kenobi came out? You got to
actually. Everybody was funny because everybody was blowing me up that morning that probably watched it overnight and were telling me how awesome it is. And I loved the duel. I thought that the duel was really, really cool. You actually got a little emotional in that point where his helmet, he was back in that spot again where he was vulnerable against Obi-Wan, and you could see his eyes and stuff. That was pretty damn powerful. And then, but that third sister thing is just, I've been telling a few people, it just didn't go with the story. It just was. Yeah. I would have rather seen Luke running around with his little.
Yeah. I saw.
It made no sense. And then how old is she? Is she alive? I want to know.
Right. With the.
Yeah.
I mean.
There's a lot of. It's clearly filler. You know what I mean? And
there's a lot of plot.
It wasn't necessary.
Although what's funny is in the new series they're really focusing on the Order 66, right? And the youngling, right? Because remember, even in the Mandalorian, they show Grogu, right? Grogu's like watching Order 66 and watching these stormtroopers, kind of go after all the Jedi, which is kind of fun. And then this one, they kind of focused on that. So I'm wondering if they're going to try to tie it back in with Grogu somehow,
Yeah, for sure. You never know, right? But I'm very excited for all the prequel fans. I've seen a lot. I've read a lot of Instagram posts of, that was their error. And it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what I mean? It's kind of like, remember, I don't know, I guess for like the old school fans, like whenever we'd get any little piece of new Star Wars things, like I don't know, I guess like the Volkswagen commercial that Tom did, right? Like that was kind of cool to like seeing the cantina again, and remember when they re-released some of the originals in the theaters. That was kind of cool, except
Yeah.
they're the remastered ones, and everyone is complaining. So
Yeah, I think all in all, it's it's good for everybody. I think
yeah, yeah,
we'll see what's in store. But
yeah.
it was just really cool seeing Vader. And one thing that I really thought was cool, Gabe, is
Mm.
I mean he's got to be close to 90 right now.
Yeah.
Is the voice of Vader? I mean
Oh
he
yeah,
sounded,
Jim Joe Jones.
dude,
Yeah,
he sounded like 1983 voice.
yeah.
Even singers that come out of retirement, in their 70s, their voice
Mhm.
is completely different, and they're singing, and
Yeah,
his voice was just like, what the hell? It was amazing.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that last scene, it was kind of both of their voices, right? It was Hayden
Yeah,
Christensen's voice, and then it would go back and forth. That
yeah,
was actually kind of the cooler part. And then
yes,
somebody pointed out online that so you know how like Obi-Wan breaks part of his helmet, right? And like you could see his face.
mhm,
So in the cartoons, remember Ahsoka is his Padawan, right? So when where Darth Vader fights Ahsoka in the cartoons, she does the same thing and she breaks part of his helmet, but it's the other side. So somebody
mhm,
pointed out that it was like, Ahsoka, the three people that mean the most to Anakin kind of unveiled his mask because it's like one side it was Ahsoka, the other side was Obi-Wan, and then Luke took off the actual mask. So that was a kind of cool little
mhm.
and you know what, there's a lot of fan theories out there, and there's a lot of like, you know, just things going out. And in fact, I was on a on my buddy's show, your buddy too, the Star Wars in Espanol show.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, that he so we were on there and we were talking about like, well, if you think about it, like take the movies aside, take everything that we know, like why wouldn't Obi-Wan kill him? Right? He's had two opportunities to do
yeah.
so, right? And one of the things that I kind of like started thinking and realized, I was like, maybe Obi-Wan knows that in order to bring balance to the Force, it has to be Luke. Like Luke has to be the one to restore him back,
That's
right?
getting deep. That's getting pretty deep. But yeah,
That is right
yeah,
because it makes no sense why. Like he could have killed him right there, like, but
yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I
mhm.
did think about that, about why he didn't just start. Like that's the opportunity right there.
Right.
So,
So, oh, there you go. Yeah, far from Death Star. Left side was Ahsoka, right side was Obi. Yep.
very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Um.
Yeah, everybody was pretty excited. All in all, I think
Yeah.
it ended good, and I
Yeah.
love that. Hello there. I love
Yeah.
that. I love when he does that.
Yeah.
That's
Kind
so
of
cool.
bringing it all back. But yeah. So overall, Michael, what was your favorite part of the series?
Of the Obi-Wan
The
series,
whole series. Yeah.
hands down. Like I think a big majority of them would be the final duel. I thought was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that final duel was pretty crazy. I like my favorite part was a lot of the little callbacks, right? Like the T-16, obviously. Um, him going up to Luke and being like, "Hello there." That was kind of cool, because that's how
it
he
is.
meets him, and
Yeah, yeah.
and then,
I don't know why I was thinking this, but something I felt that like in the last episode when they were, because you saw little sneak peeks like posters of
Mhm.
the red saber or whatever. I was wondering if Darth Maul was going to appear.
That's what I thought, and
Wouldn't it have
I
been
was
cool with those legs and stuff? Wait, I mean, can you imagine Darth Vader instead of, Darth Maul instead of the third sister chick?
right. That would have been actually a great. The problem is that, and again, I'm not as familiar with some of the cartoons, like as far as the
Yeah, yeah. Me
timeline
either.
goes,
Me either. Some other
but
shit
I'm
needs to take place. Yeah.
right. But I mean, so I obviously he kills Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul like in the Rebels cartoon, but he looks really old when he does. So I think it's closer to A New Hope. The problem is
Right.
with this series, you're only 9 years away, right, from A New Hope, around 9 years. So I think Darth Maul should have still been alive at this time. So
Stephen brings up a good point. I actually forgot about that. But Owen and Lars, it was really, it was cool seeing, Baru, with that, battle out. What I liked about that is I paid close attention to the set, the little bridge set when that chick was in there fighting on that little teeny bridge.
Yeah,
it's pretty damn accurate to the original Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, don't they show that like the room where the T-16 is actually parked, where he's like dipping? I think so, right?
That's exactly. That's where the room. Yeah. Yes. By the way, I talked to Jason, and he told me that y'all talked, and what a fantastic idea what you're wanting to do.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, with Jason Eaton?
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Gotta keep it
that's
in the
something that I could see you doing that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, I think that was pretty cool deal.
Yeah, man. No, and it's cool, and I'm glad it's over. Obviously, there's new stuff coming out, right? Andor's gonna come out, and then Ahsoka and all that stuff. So at least there'll be kind of fresh stuff that we don't really know too much about. Maybe we could just sit back and enjoy just Star Wars without nitpicking it. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's funny when they showed Qui-Gon or what, it would have been kind of cool if it would have been shown Yoda too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because he's still around.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? The one thing I'm nitpicking at the very end when he's like, "You want to meet him?" You know what I mean? And he's like, "Yeah," and he goes up to him, but yet you don't see him hand him. You see it in his bag. But it would have been really cool if you could have saw like Luke running out there, like I just said earlier. You know what I mean? And he looks back on his little thing and goes on. I mean, just little shit like that.
Right. I mean, obviously he gets it, but yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been cool to see that, right?
Again, it's so easy to nitpick, So.
Yeah. I think that's one of my So that was your favorite thing was that. What's your least favorite thing about the series? Characters. I know.
Yeah, it's putting a character in something that where they just really don't. I don't mean to be. I promise.
I know.
It has nothing to do with that she was a woman or her color. It's the character.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool. They were like kind of getting on my good side with who she was, but after that, I didn't understand when they stabbed her, and then. You thought, okay, well, she's good now. But I want to know, why did she go to kill Luke? Why? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Yeah, my theory is that she figured out that Luke was Anakin's kid. Like when she saw the little hologram. So I think she felt like, okay, like you killed my little kid family, I'm gonna kill your. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the only reasoning behind it.
That's kind of what I thought too. But I was like,
I saw a funny meme online, when Obi-Wan is talking to Reva at the end, and he's like, you're whatever, like your future is what you're free, right? Like you could do whatever. And then she's like, yes, I'm Reva Skywalker, just like Rey, like at the end. But yeah, I know. But
yeah, we got some cool stuff to show tonight,
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of, right? I mean, I think we should. Because we got a couple other cool things to show too. But obviously we want to be respectful with Marcel's time too, and obviously a lot of anticipation behind this project that Marcel did for us and for the community, and it's just amazing, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we should bring him on and
let's do it.
Let's talk about it.
What's up? Nice hearing you guys rap about Kenobi.
Yeah, man.
No one else is talking about it.
Yeah, right. No one else,
So it's about time,
I know.
Somebody started saying something about that show.
Exactly. How you doing, Marcel?
I'm all right. I'm all right, guys. The bright summer just hit Canada's west coast like 2 days ago. It's been spring up here, and a miserable cold spring, but it just showed up. So
that's crazy.
I'm real good.
Nice.
And I just gotta say, badass, bro. I mean, just to be able to collaborate and hear, the progress and see little sneak peeks. It's freaking fantastic. You did it, man.
Yeah, it's been really great. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been
Well,
a
you've
long
had a
time
lot of
coming.
things going on.
A lot of things going on for everybody, and well, we'll get into it as we go into a little bit of the details. I don't want to. I sent you like a crap ton of pictures, Gabe. Some of them we can just breeze right on through. I just wanted to show, in some instances, like the subject that we used was Lee's model, and I just wanted to show just how many photos he had to take. But we'll start at the beginning. We'll start at part one.
Let's go
but I just wanted to say once again to you guys, as I always do when I come on your show, thanks for supporting the artists. Thanks for supporting the arts. The thing that you guys bring to light aren't just, the old school creators. Of course, that's a main feature of the show and kind of what brings everybody in. Besides, of course, how awesome you guys are. But the fact that you're always, representing new creators in the scene who love it all. For myself, I'm kind of an, original trilogy guy, so that's my bag, and that's my touchstone. Let's say everything kind of is measured against that, and some people might be into that, some people might not, and some of that it comes from the fact that I haven't subscribed to Disney Plus and seen like every single animated show there is. But anyway, I digress. Thank you guys so much for helping out the arts and the artists with your show.
Absolutely.
Artists have a difficult time getting traction, and when you invite artists, to your platform, it provides them with an opportunity that is otherwise just unavailable. So it's a real golden opportunity, and I'm eternally grateful for how you guys have helped me out, and I love to see it how you guys are helping other people out like on the regular. It's just tremendous, and big kudos to you guys. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for the words.
I appreciate that, Marcel. Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, I want to just see this, and I want to hear your your process and your
let's get into it. So it all started right here, blah, 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 right? Back in 1977, I was just this kid in the cinema, and when I left the cinema, I just kind of lost my mind. It was all the toys, all the action figures that I could get a hold of. It wasn't many, but Star Wars, like this collaboration with you guys is literally, starting from 1977. So here we go. I don't know if everybody got this, but I did. And it's the Star Wars portfolio by Ralph McQuarrie. I didn't know what I had when I was holding this in my hands. And I don't know if you guys can understand that, because I knew the film and I knew the action figures and I knew all the toys. But I mean, just looking at the cover here, you can see like there's something really different about everything. The characters, how they look, the lightsabers. So I was, as an artist, automatically in love and enthralled and super curious about like, what is this? We can just go right on through, slowly. That I'm looking at. All of these pictures are Star Wars. Like for sure, today we know, 2022, what this is. But when I was a kid, it was like kind of like a dream where it wasn't quite, it was real, it felt real, but it didn't look exactly like the Star Wars that I knew. This is a pretty good one.
I love that one.
Holding Ralph McQuarrie's work. Yeah, we could just go through these. Like here, for example, this one here. Obviously, this came up with the Book of Boba Fett. So still today, as everybody knows, Macquarie is inspiring a lot of the shows, and they're trying to capture what it was that he was able to provide George Lucas so long ago. So for me, working on a Macquarie piece is like probably one of the most exciting things that I will ever do, because of how much Star Wars. Oh, that one didn't work out. Star Wars and Macquarie, was a huge inspiration to me. Whenever this thing came out, I don't know if it was 77, 78. You'd think I'd know, but I don't. And so, you see here, the characters are looking kind of weird, kind of odd, but I loved it. I was just, I'd put all of the prints around me on the floor and just sit in the middle of all of them and like just go, my God, like this is so absolutely incredible. So the idea of working on a Macquarie piece was for me like working in the shadow of a master, working for, trying to achieve some just semblance of what it was that he was able to do. I'm just like this tiny speck of dust in the universe that Macquarie created for all of us. So these are just, the pictures that everybody knows, and where I, like, as an artist, kind of spiritually, if you want to use that word, sort of come from. These are my roots as a person, as a Star Wars fan, and as an artist. And that might seem sort of like a lot of hyperbole, but these are the pictures I drew when I was a kid, or tried to. No. These are the ideas that I tried to understand, and I didn't know what a concept artist was. I didn't know what these were for. I was not aware of how significant they were to everybody working on the film. And if you watch a lot of clips that are available on YouTube, from new guys like Doug Chang, he's not really new anymore, to the guys back in the day in 1977, all of them just, were in awe of the work that Ralph Macquarie was doing. And it wasn't just that his images were so spectacular. The thing that George Lucas refers to is that all of them tell a story. And that was one of the reasons why he selected Ralph Macquarie from looking at his other work, was that everything was okay. So here, let's take a look at this. This is from this massive Macquarie double. If you're a Macquarie fan, you have to get this book. It's like insane. It's got everything Macquarie ever did for Star Wars in it. It's insane. So this here is one of the first images Lucas ever saw that Macquarie had done. And I think there's 3 more to go with it. And they were done for, I think it was a short film. I can't remember. It was a really small production. And when George Lucas had seen them, that was where he realized that Macquarie was somebody that could tell a story while he was creating new concepts. So it wasn't just about pumping out ideas. For Ralph Macquarie, it was about telling a story.
I love this for some reason.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I love this one for some reason. Like, it just like so simple.
It's minimalist. It's got that cool Macquarie vibe going on in just the smallest, tiniest little details. Like you could see the probe droid in there, right? Like, right. It's like that's So what else? Another thing that made Macquarie
that's badass.
Perfect was, I think it might be the next 2 images. Yeah, here. So he used to work for, I think, I don't, like, I'm not a Macquarie expert, so don't, this is just from the first few pages of these books that I've been reading for the last couple of months. He was working for an aerodynamics company, I forget what it was, and the UK had come out, I think, with something similar, an early iteration of the Concorde. And so it was an ultrasonic jet. So they hired Macquarie to start designing, and anyone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I love being corrected because facts rule. He was hired to design images and concepts for ultrasonic jet here. So here's the first image, and I think the next one is some of his work. So what Lucas recognized was that he had a background in real life technology, like modern tech and classic, World War II, that kind of stuff. But he also was capable of injecting in his image, and it's not so much for these because that wasn't what he was trying to do here, a storyline. And so that's, what enthralled Lucas, and that's what caused him to bring him onto the film. And for a long time, while Macquarie was working on these images, he didn't even know that there was actually going to be a film. It was kind of, they weren't really sure what was going on.
They were going to pitch it.
So, anyway, so it's reading about, I went to a con recently, and I met a couple of folks there, and I was telling them about, Ralph Macquarie, and I had a big interest in their helmet designs. Oh, let me talk about that. Hold that page just for a second there. Can you go back one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll go.
I love that model though. That's next in the works for studio.
He was saying, I was talking to some people at this con about how I was, really falling in love with Macquarie. And what seems to be happening with me as a fan, as Star Wars continually progresses forward, I'm going back, like back and back and back to like this kind of stuff. So what's really interesting about this image here is I always thought this was kind of like a Mayan temple looking thing. But if you go to the next image that you had, it's 7 circles stacked on top of each other. Like I always imagined that it was a square thing. And one of Macquarie's ideas for this was that it was occupied by, it was an alien world and occupied by alien ghosts. And he had pitched to Lucas that there should be these like wandering, sort of aimless ghosts flying around, floating, drifting around the the area where the X-wings were and the Y-wings and all that stuff. Obviously,
I heard that.
Obviously, they never went with that. So Macquarie was always trying to pitch ideas that people respected him for, but they couldn't. There was 3 or 4 different drafts as it was, so they couldn't just take any and all ideas. Let's keep going. See what else I threw at you. So yeah, obviously he's amazing at putting together these images. So this is really interesting. So this one here is a TIE pilot going after the Millennium Falcon. And if you go to the next one, you can see it's a Y-wing and a planet. So go back. If you can.
It's kind of hard.
I know. I sent you so many photos, bro.
That's all right. There it is.
So here we have the Death Star. So this is the last image. I kind of gave them to you in reverse order. So here we have the Death Star and the Falcon, and then this is the first one. So first George says to Ralph, "Okay, paint me. This is the early iteration of the Death Star," and then I don't know what that is. Is that a Y-wing there?
That's a Y-wing.
Like it. So then what happens is they do some rewrites. So you go back, and he's like, Macquarie just paints over what he did.
Oh, geez.
Right? It's not like these are separate paintings. He's just like, all right, paints it out, covers it up. So in each painting, you can see like he's just ready to go. And then you go back one more time, and that's the final image. So in many of the images that he created that we have seen in that portfolio and in many other portfolios, that's just the final iteration of that image. As the story changed, he just went back and just covered over whatever it was that he was doing. And each image is just outstanding, right? And he would do it just at the drop of a hat. It was just like running out of his hands. People were talking about how they would just be walking around, and he was working on the wall in the studio. And as each image, came to life, or in this case, he would have to repaint it and then repaint it again. So here, after he had done several images, they got him doing the matte painting, and you can see here, this is, I think, Tatooine, and how they used it in the film. And there's all different kinds of angles, how they moved his original mattes around. Of course, there's his Death Star. And all of this was, at the time, if I remember correctly, and again, I don't mind being corrected, this was his first foray into film level, like, matte painting. So this stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, forget about it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So we can keep going through here. If I apologize, Gabe, for. So here's the same thing. You can take a look at this image, and then you go to the next one, if you can. He just they tell him, change the ship, right? And he just for an artist to be able to do that, just without complaining, without crying about the work that he had done, and just go over and keep the background and change the ship. It's amazing. So his talent, I mean, everybody knows this. I mean, I hope, the reason why I'm mentioning all this stuff is I hope to share some details that maybe somebody may not have known about how the astonishing level that Macquarie worked at. And not only in terms of productivity, but creativity as well.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, Macquarie was very much inspiring you, from an early age and all that. So I know when we've kind of reached out to you and, we were going to collaborate and, do an exclusive, we kind of went back and forth, right? Like which character are you going to do? Which one are you going to pick? And I mean, what best, right?
Yeah. So what ended up happening with that, I think actually it was pretty quick, because Lee ended up having the Macquarie helmet bust. And it's a pretty rare item. I don't know if either of you guys have it. This is the one here. And this piece is, and you can see, Lee's got it all lit up super fancy, as one named Lee does. This is going for like 19, 20K on eBay in some instances. So, Joseph, our beloved brother Joseph Izar, he's like, wouldn't it be better to have it in your studio to work from? And I was like, yeah, Joseph, send me yours. That would be great if I could have something to work from. So yeah. These following images here, you can just click through them pretty quickly if you like. Lee was sending me image after image after image, so I could try to capture every single angle, every single detail. He sent me videos. I turned the lighting up, turned the lighting down, all kinds of different ways to try to, capture all the highlights and the dark tones and the light tones, and how does it all, fit together. So not only is it an absolute pleasure working with you guys, of course, but I love working with Lee. He's great. There's other gentlemen that I've had the pleasure to work with who've offered to take photos for me for other projects. So not only are you guys like platforming artists like myself, but when you do, because it's this kind of tight-knit community where everybody's just like super chill, everybody, like, I get a bunch of DMs from people all over the world who are like, yo man, I can take a shot of this, I can do that, I can do this. So in this case it was Lee, but in other instances I've had the honor and privilege to speak with other Star Wars fans from your show, And recently I had the opportunity to meet some of them at the con I was at recently. And it's just like, really, it warms my heart. Like, it's most of the time I'm in the studio by myself working, but I'm a very collaborative kind of dude. I like working with other people, you know, that are pretty chill, and they're just in it because they love it. They're enthusiastic about it, and they just want to share whatever they have that's available for someone that needs it. So, you know, big shout out to Lee. His piece kind of inspired this piece, but if it wasn't for him taking all of these photos, it wouldn't be as it wouldn't have worked out as successfully as it did.
Yeah. Well, and then you started. And how long? So before we start showing some of these images that are coming up next.
Okay.
How long did it take you to kind of get everything going? And
so what happened with me, guys, is I can't even remember when we first started talking about this. Like last year sometime.
Yeah.
And I hit a major setback with like what happened with this global thing that occurred. And I had a kind of a health crisis that fortunately, you know, came and laid me out for a really long period of time. It was quite a worrisome situation, but you know, obviously I've recovered from it. So I'm very grateful for that. But that set me back quite a long time, not just for working with you guys and on this project, but in everything else. Yeah. So the other problem that you guys threw at me, or I threw at myself, was that the color of the piece is this deep, beautiful blue, and I hadn't worked in this color before, so I didn't have any tools that I had already used. So the pictures that we're going to look at now, they're, in my opinion, they're just work in progress pictures. There's not much to them. They just show, you know, various stages of. You can just click right on through them. Gabe, there's. I think we're probably going in reverse here.
Oh, are we?
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. One way or the other is fine. I don't think anybody's going to complain. So slowly, you know, you're trying to get all the hues correct, all the blues correct, all the darks and all the lights. So
I see. Yeah, now I got it.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
So if you look at the very bottom here, this little checker pattern there, I'm trying to get like a brushed, like a kind of, to put it simply, I'm trying to achieve an airbrushed look with a pen. And I had to figure out how to do it, and it was impossible until after like 3 weeks, I finally figured out how to do it. I'm not going to say it's a technique that I'm still trying to work on making an actual product out of. But all of this is used with pen and ink and brush pens and small, tiny paintbrushes. So once I cracked the problem of how to get this smooth transition with this kind of ink, which is different than any of the inks I've used before, that's when the progress really started to happen and the piece started to take shape. So again, I got to credit you guys with throwing this big problem at me. And I think for the guys and gals that are listening, you know, as an artist, you want to grow, right? I guess, like, you know, Mike, as a businessman, you want to grow. Gabe, as a businessman, you want to grow. You guys are clearly, Gabe, you have your own thing going. Mike, you're opening your Dark Side Pizza place. So you want to challenge yourself, right? You don't want to just stay stagnant and do the same thing all the time.
For sure.
So this really challenged me. I was like on the precipice of calling you guys saying, I can't do it. Like, I can't crack this nut. But eventually I figured it out, which was really, I figured, the minute I figured it out, I called my mom.
That's funny.
I don't know. I'm 52 and I call my mom all the time, but I was like, nah, I got to call my mom and tell her. It was so awesome. I was like, Mom, you're not going to believe it. And she's like, oh, that's great. Marcel, pat you on the head. So I was super, super, super happy. And slowly over time, it all eventually came together. So that worked out. This is the final piece over here. You can kind of see it. It's not quite there. Let's go to the next part. Unless you have a question or anything. Probably not.
No, man. It's amazing. Like how.
Oh, the other challenge on this was, and you'll see in the finished images that we have here, I hope they're coming up.
Yeah.
The challenge on this piece was, Lee is such a freak about all of his lights, was capturing all of the lighting. It's moving around this piece like liquid paint. So it was really, really tough. Parents with your kids, just encourage them, just be there, just support them. They'll get it, or they'll get as close as they can and they'll be happy with it. Just constantly, you don't have to solve problems for your kids who are artists. All you got to do is give them space to create, let them do what they want to do, and you'll be astonished by what they can accomplish just by being there to give them support. Again, which is what you guys do. So, what comes around goes around. It's just fantastic. It's really great.
So Marcel, what do you want me to show next?
Let's do the white one first. Yeah, so this is the finished piece. It's kind of hard to see, but this is basically it. You can go to the next white one. Oh, there you go. Nice. So if you can scroll up a little bit, you can see all the lighting on it. That it's like super.
Wait a second. Is that Lee? Is that Lee in his underwear?
You look in the left eye, you can see him there. He's in his knickers,
taking those pictures for you.
Yeah. That man, he never gets dressed.
It looked like.
So you can see the capturing the light moving around the piece, the light in the eyes, all the points of light and stuff like that. Again, this is traditional pen and ink technique. So, I'll just toot my horn a little bit. I don't think there's anybody out there using pen and ink the way I am. Now, some people might care about that. Some people don't. But because of what you guys sort of pushed me to do with this piece, and I'm in the pen and ink community, like I'm watching what's going on and what people are doing. And I don't think anybody's doing anything like this. So, you might love it or hate it. It's a really great piece. And I really think that if people are inspired to, go check out the site, I think it goes live in about 10 minutes. This is something for people to feel like they have a love for Macquarie, they have a love for Star Wars, they have a love for concept art, they have a love for supporting modern artists. When you go to my site and hopefully you grab this, that's what this is all about. This is in honor of Ralph Macquarie. So this is the first piece I've ever actually titled. It's called For Ralph, because it's kind of like an emotional sentiment for me. This is for a man who shaped my artistic life and all of our lives, if we're Star Wars fans. And this is for him. It's for you guys at Collection Wars because, you reached out to me and asked me to collaborate with you. And really, there's nobody I'd rather collaborate with on a project like this. Collaborate with Gabe and Mike on Collection Wars on like my artistic hero. So has a very strong emotional, sentimental value. So this is the plaque for this edition. I don't know if you can make it any bigger there.
It's a little blurry, but
sorry. So this is not part of the regular Force collection. This is, you can see at the top there, it says Collection Wars exclusive. I wanted to design a plaque, for the channel. So if anybody's interested, if they would like to get a print, that would be fantastic. and these plaques are made specifically for
right
the show.
Right. And Marcel, so the gold, explain that again, the gold
Okay.
and the silver.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the opportunity. So the gold plaque is for the 30 by 40 size. That's the copy of the original artwork here. And the silver plaque is for the 16 by 20. If you come on the site, there's some options to have like a deckled edge, which is like a sort of a torn edge all the way around. Make sure that you add, if you would like to have a deckled edge. Of course, it's so it's the two-sized prints.
What's the edition? What's the edition size? Just so people, because obviously it's going to go live in like 10 minutes. So everyone.
Okay. So I can't remember. The edition size for the 16 by 20 is, I think, 22, and the 30 by 40, I think, is 12. Honest to God, guys, if you're an artist and you're designing stuff and you're making stuff, so sorry I kind of go back and forth on this, but I want to inform people sometimes. It's okay to make decisions right up until the last minute. So I changed this. Oh, there's Nancy's.
Yep.
The 16 by 20 is 22. And 12 for the 30 by 40. Thanks, Nancy. Love you. Yeah, everything was done with the plaque like right up until the very last minute. So yeah,
Nancy says you can get a silver one for the large ones if you prefer.
Yeah, you can do that. So I just want to thank everybody, but there's one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys, thanks for all the support. But what's really important is when I get a comment from people in the community, fans, people that are supporting me. So for the first time, what we're doing is we're offering this print in 2 different formats. Somebody, when I was here last time, asked if we could provide this in black. So there it is. This is the black background Macquarie Vader concept print. This black background is, this piece is freaking my favorite.
So a question.
Yeah.
Your wife needs to know, put one to the side for sure on the black. But I was just going to tell you real quick. So does this mean that there's 22 of the whites going to be available?
No.
Okay.
There's 22 prints available, and whatever it is that we sell is either going to be white or black.
Oh, wow. So 12 of the big ones potentially can be like split half. Depends, right? Depending on what people choose.
There's only 12, and there's the black or the white. That's the run. Yeah, is that clear, or is that too confusing? No. There's a limit of 12. Yeah. If we sell black or we sell white, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's 12. So the thing I want, please, I'm just motor mouth here. So if you want to interrupt me, I absolutely do not care. So the reason why this happened is because one of your fans, I don't know who it was, in the chat when we did a teaser, I think, they commented and they were like, "Yo, Marcel, does this come with a black background?" And I was like, so the way it worked out with the shading and the lighting, perfect for a black background. Yeah. So I threw it to Alan, and he put it in there, and it's a masterpiece. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, when I saw your Instagram post of just the eyes with the black around it, that's when I was sold. I was like,
yeah, okay. Cool.
And that's when we didn't know what you were going to be doing with the black. That's really cool.
Yeah, so you could just go to the next one.
Let's see if I just want to show them, and because it's kind of cool, because at this point, Marcel, like a lot of the community already started picking up your prints, right? So as collectors, with that obsessive mind that we all have, some people prefer all white, right? To have it all uniform white. But some people are starting to, you're starting to offer some of the black ones, like the Emperor one, obviously this one, perhaps the Darth Maul later in the future. Right? Who knows?
Depends on it. Yeah, it depends on the style of the image that is done originally, whether a black background can be dropped in without compromising the art, right?
No.
So
there is absolutely no pressure, but I'm just telling you right now, there is absolutely zero doubt that these are going to be sold out. And I'm already thinking in my head, Marcel, about the next Collection Wars McQuarrie exclusive.
Yeah, well, I've got some ideas, so we'll talk.
Yeah, me too.
So I just want to thank the community, right? I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the community for all the input they give me. I've gotten input on the certificates of authenticity, how to make them better. On the plaques, how to make them better. On the prints, how to make them better. It all comes from everybody. So I'm just this receptacle, and what I'm trying to do is put stuff out there that's based on what people ask me to do. And where I can do it, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah.
So in regards to what you were saying, Gabriel, yeah, it's super cool because I'm getting, we're shipping around the world. I'm hearing from people, all over the place. It's just, just everywhere. It's just been really great. People with their own collections have offered to take photographs of their pieces for me. People are asking me to do commissions, but I can't. I don't have time.
Right.
And I have a whole bunch of plans for the future. I've got another series that I want to do in 2023, and I have another series that I want to do in 2024. But right now I'm sticking with this.
Yeah.
We have, as you guys know, the Mall signature series I'm working my ass off for. I have another signature series planned for spring that I think you guys are going to like. I have 3 more signature series in the works with actors and people involved in the in Star Wars, the actual films.
Yeah.
And right now it's all, it's kind of like where I come from is the original trilogy. So that's where I'm coming.
And Marcel, just to obviously to kind of go back to these prints, right? Yeah. Just to make sure everyone, because I'm sure people are already familiar, but okay, so let's get it straight. 22 of the 16 by 20s, 12 of the 30 by 40s, right? Price.
So I always forget the US.
We'll wait for Nancy.
Nancy can come in with that if she's still around.
And they're gonna be up, you think, live in about 2 minutes?
I think so. She's probably doing that. I think so everything is in CAD. So if you're in Europe or the United States, you're gonna punch in. You're gonna be like, wow, this is a lot cheaper than it says because it's Canadian dollars. So that's nice.
Because I have it right here. Because y'all sent it to me today.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, 16 by 20s are 200, and that's Canada.
Yeah, CAD.
Yeah, CAD. And 30 by 40s are 720 Canada.
Yeah. So the 30 by 40s are the size of the original artwork. So they're 100% the size of the original artwork, and they're just fantastic. They're for a feature wall in your house. Yeah. They're kind of like a museum piece.
Yeah.
I've got so many photos of people with them in their homes, like lit.
We've seen it. That's the greatest thing about our community, right? Is that I love it when people share your stuff up on the wall. Obviously, there's a couple of collectors that have already gathered a nice collection of your work, and it's just they frame them and they display them so great.
Yeah, for sure. And the 16 by 20s are great because if your man cave is already full or your woman cave is already full, then you can have them out in the hallway, no problem. They fit just about anywhere. And they look great. It's not, they look great. And they don't take up a lot of space because they're on the wall. It's not like a statue that you have to put on a pedestal and so on and so forth. So and Marcel, that's pretty cool.
There's another little surprise that you came up, right?
Yeah, so there's one more thing. You can throw that little contest image up.
You want the contest or the
one with the plaques?
Okay. That's really cool.
Can you find it there, bro? Okay. So just to make things fun for everybody, We have a Collection Wars, MRC Fine Arts signature plaque contest. So Mike just sent me these. They've been signed by Gabriel and Mike and myself. You can see on the top it says the Force Collection. That's back when I thought these were going to be part of the Force Collection. Yeah. So somebody who buys, and this is also not part of the signature series, but it's inspired by the signature series. So I'll tell you what these are, and then I'll tell you what inspired this. So obviously these are plaques. They're signed by Gabe and Mike and myself, and they were inspired by the signature series. And when people have a signature on their piece, it's a sign of of respect, right, for the creator. So I thought, as I said off the top of the show, how could I show my gratitude for, the guys at Collection War? Well, how we all show gratitude and respect to the creators in the scene is by having a little plaque that's signed. So, I said to Mike, we were talking about the idea of doing the plaque, and I said, if I did the release and I got hit by a bus and died the next day, I would know that I did all I could with what I had and what people in the scene enjoy to show my gratitude for you guys.
That's cool.
So I contacted Ariel Martinez, wonderful guy. Go to him for your plaques, everybody. There are many people in the scene, but he's really kind and generous. He fired them off. He sent them to Gabe. Gabe signed, sent it to Mike. Mike signed. They haven't arrived here yet, so I just photoshopped my little signature on there. But I wanted to show my gratitude and respect to you guys, and kind of a fun thing to give away to everybody who's supporting me. So one person who buys a 30 by 40 will get the gold plaque, and one person who gets the 16 by 20 will get the
Marcel,
silver.
Just respectfully, if you don't mind, and I should have said something before the show because I don't have the means to do that while I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So if you could have your wife hold me a black 16 by 20, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll pay you right after the show.
No problem, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Contest rules. So the draw is in 2 weeks for the plaques. So I'll be back here hanging out with these guys, and we'll do the draw. To win, you got to be here live on the show in 2 weeks. To win, you got to subscribe to Collection Wars, and shame on you if you haven't already. And to win, you got to follow me on Instagram.
You also got to buy a print, right? I mean,
you got to buy a print.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to not.
Yeah, that's what I said off the top. You got to buy a print. So if you buy a print, if you've made a purchase, it says at the very bottom there, your plaque will be shipped with your fine art print.
There you go.
And that's it, lads. That's the pitch.
And that's really, really, I think it's going to be kind of up in the air. Me personally, where I plan on putting this Vader is I love the black.
Yeah, the black is sick.
Yeah, but yet when you have people that have already purchased a lot of the ones that you've already come out with, plus the ones that are to come,
yeah,
those are white background, so they're going to probably want the white background, I would think.
Some people, some people, they like both, they buy both. But yeah, in the future, what I'm going to try and do is work with photographers, so that I can get the lighting just right. So that thanks, Andrew.
Wait, hold on. That's one.
Thanks, Mike.
3. That's
thanks,
4.
Tim.
That's
thanks,
5.
guys.
That's
very nice.
6. Maybe Russell 7. Yeah.
Nice.
Black. Ordered a full size black. There you go.
Yeah, black is.
That. And he's gonna have to go. Oh, there you go. Steven ordered his.
Nice. Thanks,
Man,
That's cool, you guys. That's really cool.
that's
Thank
re-
you
yeah,
guys that you support. That's badass.
that's
So
really
yeah,
cool. In real time. We're
Yeah.
watching.
yeah,
We're
that's
watching.
nice. No, I gotta tell you, like,
There you go, Matthew just got one. You guys better jump on. It sounds like
thanks, Matthew.
you did the right thing, Michael, by asking him right now
Yeah,
live.
because I can't do anything. And also, I told you before the show, but I wouldn't know which print to get. So it's kind of the cheeseburger. What's his name?
Don't worry, we'll work it out.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll work it out.
Grilled cheese collector.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was chatting with him earlier in the week.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
this like, I'm not gonna be, coy. This puts food on my table and gas in the tank, like the literal car. It does. Of course, it inspires me to work harder and work more. I wish I could work faster. So your support, goes directly to my family, and this enables me to, work with the community on new and different projects. And there's nothing, I love more than that opportunity. So thank you to everybody for the support.
Andrew's pointed out 25% of them in what, 6 minutes, 5 minutes?
That's fantastic.
Not too shabby.
Works for me.
That's nothing. Just wait.
Come on back in 2 weeks, and we'll figure out what the deal is with those super dope Mike and Gabe signed plaques.
Hey, just real quick, the gold one where it looks like my signature's faded in the middle, it's not. It's just something.
Oh, it's the lighting?
Yeah. Just look at what I sent you, and it's totally
okay. Yeah,
no problem. That's kind of surprising.
No problem at all. So once again, guys, thanks to everybody in the community for being here and for being so kind and thoughtful and generous. When you guys get in touch with me with your input, Nancy and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much to Gabe and Mike for providing the platform to give artists space and traction, and to everybody with kids, young people in your life, in your family, just give them space and support. Those are the only two things they need. Just give them a place to be creative and give them support. That's it. I started drawing on torn up cereal boxes because we didn't have like money for art pads.
hey, real quick, I know you're talking. I just have to butt in real quick, Marcel.
Go ahead, butt in, bro.
So real quick, grilled cheese, he's 16 by 20, the white.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
16 by 20 white.
Nancy's listening and recording and doing all that. So yeah, as I was saying, I started, with just, I'd go to my grandmother's house and she would have a closet of hacked up cereal boxes that she would save for me, and she would just sit me down and let me draw. And I don't know if you remember the old Han Solo art picture. That was done on a work folder, from my mom's office, right? Like, you don't need fancy stuff to get started. All you need is love and support of the people that are around you. So you guys provide that, and so does the community. So what can I say except thank you very much.
So, guys, what do y'all think on the next one? Should we do a stormtrooper? Should we do I'm thinking 3PO.
Man, these will be gone. I mean, at the end of the weekend, I'm sure.
I've already got it planned. I'm going to do the outer border, the color of that blue tint. It's going to be badass.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I look forward to, if you have an opportunity to send me your final presentation. I love looking at those. And
guys, just equally, right? It's, I know, people are supporting Marcel, going and buying his prints. That's great. Obviously once you get them, send pictures, post them everywhere. But even if you can't purchase them, or you just don't, you don't have space for them, or just, that's not even just sharing it, right? Like sharing it in other collector groups, just to get the word out on Marcel's work. And this, like Marcel said, I mean, you artists, that's that's your bread and butter. And it shows, the passion shows, the love for the art shows, the love for the community shows, Marcel. So, I mean, it's just all around love, and really, really appreciate you doing this for the community, for our community, for the show, and just being such an awesome, cool guy, and amazing artist.
Thanks,
And
bro.
like I said, just a really stand-up guy, and I'm so happy that that everything's
It's finally got done.
no, just not even just talking about that, just in general. All your your work is getting out there. Collectors are starting to know, celebrities, you're starting to get noticed by all these celebrities and all that.
Out.
And it's just a matter of time. So pick up your prints while you can before
yeah, and it's not grab your prints. We've got 3 left of the Emperor 30 by 40s. All of our Darth Vaders are gone. That Emperor signature series sold out. The C-3PO signature series sold out. We got another signature series coming up, meeting Ray Park and all that. Mike, bro, I'm 100% all about Macquarie prints. I have
he will, Russell.
I have this concept Macquarie print that I'm working on right now that no one seems to be paying any attention to. I don't know why no one's paying attention to it. It's this Macquarie helmet design for a significant character in Star Wars. It's an early concept design that no one has even touched. So I'm looking at that. Yeah. But thanks, Russell.
And yes, Russell, bro. That's what I was gonna say. Also, give a big shout out. We want to give a big shout out to Nancy, because again, that it's not just you. You're a team, and she's getting it done. And she's
100%. If you're an artist and you're trying to get out there and do it, you need some people that. Okay, so we've talked about support, but you can't do it all yourself. You can't. So I don't know, I'll go off a little bit. Yesterday was just 4 hours of social media networking. I was just making ads and promotional stuff and talking to people. The day before that, yesterday was 3.5 hour. Day before that was 4. The day before that was 3.5 hours. It was just, so to have a website and to troubleshoot, you need at least one friend who you can trust to be there for you, because emergencies happen, right? So you got to have somebody who can help you out. And for me, it's Nancy. And man, I'm the luckiest guy.
Hey, Marcel,
I got friends like you. I got a partner like Nancy. It's just, and a community like frickin' Collection Wars, and of course all the other communities as well. Loaded with outstanding people. Sorry,
what were you saying, Michael?
I was just going to ask Marcel if you had to, because I think you're very fair on the price, obviously on these prints and what it cost, the hours, and that's what I was going to ask you. What do you think you have, if you even had to guesstimate hours to create this McCreary Vader?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't. It's too many. There's too many to calculate. Because of the medium, and because of the problem solving that comes with each piece, it's because it's months of work. Go ahead.
Nancy, 7 regular is 16 by 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is 5 of the big ones left.
That's insane. All right. So thank you guys. Thanks everybody so much. So I tried to quantify it in hours, other pieces, and it's, tens of that, over 10 grand in hours. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. The only reason I do this is because I can't do anything else. I just love it. And
you're good at it.
Yeah. And it works out. It's worked out. I met you guys, and we are a great, we vibe definitely, and the community is vibing. So I don't know what else to say, except I feel like we're just part of the best community that's going on right now, and there's so much more to do, and I'm looking forward to all of it with so much excitement and passion and anticipation. Because for me, I don't want to sound too cliche, but it's definitely from the heart. And I try to express that with making the Collection Wars plaques, to do your signatures. The signature thing is my way of trying to honor you. I think that people will have that in their home, and that's a way of honoring and respecting you guys, because I don't think, it doesn't get mentioned often enough, right? Like, everybody gets caught up on the shows and stuff like that, which is so cool. Guys, the community has been carrying Star Wars for decades. Like, you guys have been carrying Star Wars. We have been carrying Star Wars long before Disney ever got a hold of it. So, the love and the passion for Star Wars is as old as I am. And that's freaking getting kind of old. So,
Hey, easy,
great.
buddy. I'm 52 as well, bro. Easy.
No, but
Anyway.
I love something that you mentioned, Marcel, regarding you, because I kind of have been doing the same thing as you. You mentioned, as like these shows are coming out and Disney, took over, they're trying to go forward.
Yeah.
And it's kind of pushing a lot of the fans to kind of go backwards.
Yeah.
Right. Which is really interesting, because that's happening to me. That's happening to a lot of people, right? Where it's like, because of our love for Star Wars, and maybe the lack of like, oh yeah, I'm really pumped about this new thing that's coming out with Star Wars. We're looking for new stuff in the past, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
McQuarrie being a perfect example of that, right? Where a lot of fans are kind of going back to like discovering or rediscovering some of this concept work, these hidden things like the Camp Tono, right? I think that's a perfect example, right? Yeah, even though it's in the Mandalorian, there's this whole community that has been thriving on this small scene from Empire Strikes Back, right? And instead of kind of progressing with this new stuff, they're going back into the original ones and kind of diving deeper into the folklore and and all that stuff. So I really appreciate what you said about that. And
it's an interesting phenomenon. And even if you're down with everything that Disney's doing, and God love you if you are, there's still this curiosity about, where did all this come from? Like, how did all this get started? And for me, it was McQuarrie. Like, I know there's George Lucas, but as a kid, I didn't really understand who George Lucas was, except the director, which didn't mean a lot to me. So as an artist, it started with McQuarrie and it ends with McQuarrie. It's just, and the more I dive in and get into it, the more fascinated I am by what they achieved because of him. So that's again, the first time I've ever titled anything in my entire life is just, it's for Ralph, because of what he bequeathed to all of us. All right, thank you so much, Sean.
Getting close. I'm actually very optimistic here that by the end of our show, Michael, we might be down.
Stay in the present, man. Stay in the present. Don't get excited about stuff.
The last couple, right?
Stay here with us. Don't take off.
Well,
you're so humble, Marcel. You're awesome.
Well, all right, enough about me and this on Ralph and our concept Vader. Did you have anything else you guys wanted to chat about tonight, brothers?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, again, for this amazing piece of art, and obviously everyone I'm sure that's purchasing it is also thanking you. And I can't wait to see what's in the future, right? All the stuff that's coming out.
I'm more than happy to do another one with you guys. It'll just take another 2 years for me to get around to finish it.
Okay. We got time. We got plenty of time.
We sure do.
Yeah.
I don't know about 2 years, but
I'm like, I mean, I think we're gonna have to, Michael's gonna need a whole McQuarrie wall in his restaurant.
I think so.
That'd be pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, speaking of, cool stuff, I wanted to go through some collection stuff, right? And so I know, Michael, you picked up some stuff. I grabbed some stuff recently. I wanted to go through the Facebook, to kind of go through, a lot of people have been very active. Thanks to David, our buddy David, he made a post on the Collection Wars group saying, hey, like, why is, what's up with the posts, right? It seems like only a couple of the people. And all of a sudden there was just a floodgate of everyone just opening up their collections and their pictures. And there's been so much activity there, so many amazing, just images that I kind of wanted to go through some of them and go through that.
That's awesome.
Marcel, you're more than welcome to stick around, or if you got to go, obviously you can.
No, man, I'll hang out. Yeah, I've seen the thread. There's tons of really cool stuff on there. Let's check it out.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to show Michael. Is it okay if I show your probe droid? Because I know you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just finished it today.
Yeah. So I want to show people this amazing. So Michael got a studio scale probe droid. You can kind of already hear it in the background.
I love that sound.
This is the accurate studio scale.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get it going here. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know why I can't seem to.
Yeah, Mike Salzo did a fantastic job on this piece. I'm kind of probe droid out now. I got probe droids all over. I was talking to Michael today, and he's like, "Hey, you need to pick up one of mine too." I'm like, holy cow, I got a life size.
Right. Speaking of Macquarie, MYC dropped this post about doing Macquarie Concept 3PO and R2D2. If anybody cares to go to their
that's badass. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, check out their MYC's Facebook page.
Yeah, I'd be on board for that.
You're not the only one.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out, but let me see if I can.
You're totally good. Hey, make sure if you can, Marcel, because you have just message me the PayPal info, and so I can.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Get you covered. Okay.
No problem. So, Mike, somebody here is asking, how do you keep everything clean in that room? Do you use a duster?
You know what's so crazy? Thanks for asking, Jose. What's so amazing is that is probably the most common question I get is how do you clean? Bro, it's just there's nothing that you can do to keep the dust out. Luckily, it is low dust. There's not a lot the way we have it built, but you just got to take the time and ask your wife if she can come in and help you. And
yeah. So here's the first one. So this is a bunch of stuff that you've gotten, right, Michael?
Yes. Yeah, I've got. Yeah, I've been
recently.
So busy. I haven't cleaned from things that I've done. But yeah, that right there. I just set it down there and took a picture of it.
You posted that on Instagram recently, right, Mike?
I did today. That. Yeah, today. So I got that.
Big.
That thing's almost damn near 3 feet in length.
Damn. That's such a gorgeous ship, man. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that body stuff.
I love how you got little baby Yoda in the cockpit.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, Chris, did this, and he didn't have it for sale, but he said that he'd sell it to me, and it's in the Gabe.
I know. I love that thing.
Yeah, that's cool too, hey.
But yeah, I love that piece altogether. It's a really cool. And that's going to be in the restaurant with Grogu. So I love that.
Yeah. Let me show. I want to show them your probe droid because it's such a cool.
Oh man, forget about it.
Oh, that's so cool. So it has a bunch of sequences, right?
Do you have the other one to play?
Yeah.
Where's the probe droid situated, Mike?
That's in the studio. It's not. I don't have it yet. Okay, watch this real quick.
The antenna.
See the antennas in the head?
Yeah. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, he did a fantastic paint job on that thing, man. It's just crazy, and it's all magnet. I mean, just the way he did it, it's
yeah.
And that thing's huge too. And obviously, when I get it here, it'll ship out Monday. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let me pull up the Facebook group. Because like I said, there's been a lot of activity on there.
Stephen, French maid. That's great.
All right.
Okay.
Let me close this out. All right. So obviously Marcel's stuff. Matt posted a new updated, collection, bunch of pictures of his collection, which I definitely, you could already tell. Look at, he's gonna start going down that rabbit hole. I guarantee it. Just like Lee, and possibly just like me as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Nilda got her early bird set.
Man, Nilda's going crazy.
I know. Well, it's good. Her significant other and her, I think, own a vintage toy shop, right?
Nilda's teasing me is what she's doing.
Yeah. David,
remember, Nilda, if you can find a tray, I need a tray.
Look at Joel. Joel just posted this image. So cool.
Yeah, that's so badass.
Yeah.
Man, he is so unique in what he builds.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Look at these that Armando got, Michael. Have you seen these?
Those are nice.
These like custom, right? I think they're custom, right? They're not vintage.
Yeah, Robin Bachro just got that the toy one on the very top.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Jeff set up his Tauntaun.
It's fantastic. Really cool.
Here's Matt.
Jeez.
Yeah, look at this place.
David went to that Frankson's, right?
What is that? I'm not familiar.
It's like this big kind of like, it's almost like a market, but just all collectibles, toys, Funko. I mean, 6 scale, everything. And it's just like this giant market where people set up, almost like a swap meet, but not really a swap meet.
Oh, so everything in that glass is for sale?
For sale, yeah.
Wow. Man, that must have been really fun. Yeah. I don't know where to go to places like that here.
Yeah, this place it's a famous place here in LA. Yeah, and then everyone started posting everything not Star Wars, like their collection.
Yeah, that's cool.
But not Star Wars.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because of David. Look at these. These figures are really cool.
Oh, I particularly like the head sculpt on that Maul.
Yeah. This Obi-Wan's amazing.
Damn, that's cool. Is that got a light on the bottom, or is it just a lighting?
It looks like it, yeah. It looks like it actually glows from the bottom.
Man, that's...
Anybody know who makes these?
Yeah. It's from a Facebook page called DMD.
Oh, it's the DMD. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Look at that sculpt.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, hey? Yeah, people were commenting on what the Emperor looked like in the Kenobi show. Not to open a can of worms.
Yeah, it kind of looked weird.
It was a bit weird.
Go back right now. That's one somebody's looks like they're modifying.
Yeah, it looks like they're. Oh, that's huge! Look at that pin compared to that.
Oh,
is that quarter scale?
Oh yeah, good eye, Gabe.
That's a real good eye. That's badass.
I bet you that's quarter scale.
Hey, I wonder if
6 scale, maybe.
What does it say? Yeah, 6 scale.
Oh yeah, 6 scale. Yep, there it is.
Speaking of 6 scale, I know that Matt told me that his snowspeeder from Jazz Inc. shipped, and I haven't even seen it yet. So
no.
I so desperately want that Asajj Ventress.
Oh, look at Robin. Robin posted this. Her G.I. Joes and Indiana Jones stuff.
Who did? Robin who?
Robin. Yeah. Robin.
Baccarat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Sean is a funny one. Don't we all? That's all of us. Yeah. Evan's out of town. I think he's in Europe somewhere. Check this out. Studio scale Thunder Road.
Yeah, that's nice. Is that a Randy Cooper? Does it say?
I don't know. Brad's here. I think he was watching.
Yeah, that's super, super cool.
Right? Look at that.
Can I share some pictures with you, Gabe?
Yeah. Just text them over to me and I'll
okay.
show them. Look at this Anakin, and I think, is this the one that Philip redid? I'm not too sure. It might have
Looks
not
pretty
been
tremendous, hey?
Yeah.
Nicely done. I need some photos of that.
Look at that. Especially the red eyes, right? And it's more the Anakin style.
Yeah, and it really pops with the light blue skin, right? The complementary colors there.
Yeah, the veins. Look at that. Like, it just looks so cool. Oh yeah, and then Joel. Did you see this, Mike? Michael, look at Joel.
Pictures.
Yeah, look at Joel. Did this painting, which is great.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Gotta get your artistic.
I like how he put that right there where he's got it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember reading the thread on this.
Oh, this is Boudreaux's
David. Yeah, David. Yeah, David worked for Disney, and super cool. Robert posted this Yoda picture.
Vanderstelt, right?
Yeah. Jerry Vanderstelt, right? David got his Max Rebo #2.
Do we has anyone on?
Oh, he got a #2, huh?
Anyone figured out the red ball mystery, or is it just kind of like an inside joke that we're not supposed to know?
I mean, I think I'm assuming he was supposed to be like a juggler, right? Like, I don't know.
That's what Tom said.
Right. Look at this, Michael. Look at David. David got his. Look how cool this thing is.
Damn.
And he put it on.
Right?
Yeah. And
he's a master.
He put it all together. I mean, even the sweater. I think the sweater is like screen accurate, right?
Yeah, I remember when that came out. Somebody found it like 15 minutes after the show aired.
Look at that.
That's sick, huh? That's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Just beautiful.
Man.
David just does such a great job at just putting them together especially with like the costumes and everything, like his Greedo, right? Like, Greedo looks awesome.
He's got a Macquarie Stormtrooper helmet up there.
Yeah, I love the half scale stuff. I mean, that when I say half scale, the bust life size one.
Yeah, like Robin posted her Han Solo and Carbonite. Look at that.
That's crazy cool.
Stephen posted. Remember, he was telling us these stories about Celebration and then meeting a bunch of artists. Oh, did you see this, Michael?
No, what is it? Oh, that
was it 2.3 million for the OG?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to pretend. I was like trying to pretend like, oh, I bought it.
It was perfect, man.
Hey, which X-wing was that you still dropped on the damn floor?
It's actually, you know what? I thought about that afterwards because I didn't break, but like all the little things.
God dang, man, you piss off a lot of people right now.
It was a Hasbro one from the early 2000s where they were doing they did this edition where it was actually very close to the studio scale. And I also have the TIE Fighter with the big wings.
Why didn't you drop it like on a pillow or something?
I mean, I didn't think about that until you mention it now.
Nah, dude, it was awesome. The floor like that.
I needed method acting. You know, I had to go all in. Oh yeah, and then this. Did you check this out? So I finally got my
Armando. I thought that was
Armando, past tense, was a nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
You did a good job on this, Gabe.
Thank you. I'm actually very, very proud of the weathering I did on this. Like I said, because I took a lot of detailed pictures, and my wife did too at Star Wars Celebration with the original one. So what I did is I went through each angle and I kind of got all of the milestone chips. So every little black little chip that you see there, I try to recreate exactly where they are on the screen used one. And then the weathering, I try to match kind of the weathering style of the original one.
So Gabe, what did you use for the weathering of it? What was your process?
So I actually have my own little process that I kind of Yeah.
But you can't tell anybody.
So here's the thing. Like I really try to think about, real, like how, and this is how it came originally. See how like it's all smeared like weird. So you could kind of see what I use there. So my trick is I use black acrylic, I use burnt umber acrylic, and then recently I've been using that ochre yellow, but that's just been recently. But so what I do is I really think about weathering as in real life, right? So I think about all the peaks, and I would think, where would dirt get trapped, right? So I go and do all that first, and then what I do is, and this is kind of my little secret, and I'll tell everyone. I mean, you have to practice on it anyways, but
you got to be quick too.
What the trick is, baby wipes, and I learned that trick when I was doing my R2, and that's why my R2 is weathered so subtly and so kind of like just nice and even, because I think that's the thing. Like weathering, it's either you're gonna sometimes underdo it or overdo it, and it's hard to get that nice.
Yeah, you did a great job.
So what I do is I get underneath, I get all the crevices, I get all the kind of deep where you would expect dirt to get in, and then what I do is with the wet alcohol pad, right, with the wipey, right, with the basically I dab it where I would think hands would be grabbing it, right, where it would be clean, right, so all the peaks. So I kind of wipe down all the peaks really clean, and then with that same dirty wet wipe, that's kind of how I subtly just go in and kind of finish all the weathering. So that's why it's so subtly weathered. You can kind of see it here, right?
It's
like
overdone. It's just right.
Yeah. So you could kind of see where it's dirty underneath, right? Like in the little corner right there, and then everywhere else where you would expect to be clean, it's clean, right? So yeah, so I it's my favorite thing. Like weathering for me, for some reason, it's almost therapeutic.
Me too. I love doing that.
Once I start getting into it,
I used to work in the film industry, and they had. So I would go to the set, and they didn't call it weathering; they called it aging it down.
Yeah.
And they had this giant, bottle on with a tube and a spray, and you would just spray the car or spray all the boxes or whatever, the walls, wherever it was that you were, and you had to like mat it down and stuff like that. But they had this mixture. Don't ask me what it was. I don't know, but it like weathered everything like flawlessly. It was amazing.
Yeah. That
very, very cool.
I've been had Dominique Pace on their show. It's a great show. He was on The Mandalorian. That was cool.
Cool.
Matt just he posted his whole collection, which is just crazy. Like he just has such a large collection. Look at this.
That's funny.
This is Troy's first post. He got his dip dots.
That's cool.
I'm like, which is kind of in a sense the way you showed us your process, Marcel. Not to oversimplify it, but I mean,
it's kind of the same.
That's what they call me, out in the yard.
That's how I started.
I got to change my handle now.
Yeah.
That's funny. That was pretty good, Gabe.
Lee pre-ordered that. Marcel's, obviously, we just went through that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I got that. I'm trying to look for David. Sorry, and I'm kind of, because Facebook does this weird thing. Look how cool Matt's collection just looks.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. I'm trying to find David's post. I don't know if it's even there, but it was a great. It was a great. Oh, that's loud.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, look at this.
Whose is that?
Henrik.
Very nice work.
Yeah. All the statues. Love it.
Oh, that's badass. He did a great job.
Yeah, he has a whole setup. It's really cool.
I think I've been collaborating with Joseph on his center studio scale shelving, and I think
you guys figured it out.
Yeah, I think so, man. Hopefully, he's able to save a lot of money.
Oh, and then I posted this. I posted my other stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
your that purple wand you got.
My He-Man.
You know what's funny, Gabe?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but you got this big elaborate setup in your main showcase, but in your little closet that you have there, that's the stuff that's to the heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like probably means more to you than a lot of that other stuff, which is
I would think. Got a bunch of little Back to the Future stuff.
That's cool.
A little stuff. I got a new gauntlet today that came in. These guys, right? The Secret Wars.
Yeah.
The superpowers.
Looks good.
Yeah, if John Flake is watching, thanks, John, for sharing my stuff out on Instagram. Much love. Totally appreciate it.
Man, I love those pins. Those are cool.
Look at Gary's Vader looks amazing, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, is this that 1970s refurb that they did for Tom Spina did? Is that the one?
No, this is his. Okay. It was his passion project, he said, during like the shutdown.
Oh, wow.
Do I know this guy, Gabe?
I don't know. I don't know if you've chatted with them, but
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I mean, look at that. And the pose just looks
flawless.
Yeah.
But this is probably it's definitely in the top 5 Vaders that I've seen out there, like fully complete.
Yeah.
And even though the lighting is just kind of not
right
like studio lighting, it still looks spectacular.
Nice little crotch shot.
Oh. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to get the lightsaber for my Vader because my Vader's going in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Scott's Falcon. Matt posted some more 6-scale stuff.
Very cool.
I'm trying to find a bunch of look at this. Did you know? Look at John posted this, Michael. Look at this.
Who?
John Dang. Look at that. Studio scale.
Who did it? Who put that?
His name's John Dang.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Look at that.
It's a great job. The blues and everything on there. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Nice photography.
Yeah.
That Boba Fett's nice.
Yeah. Chris did a cool mold of the Han Solo and Carbonite. Santino posted these. Remember these that they were giving them out in the IMAX theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
They were up on eBay pretty quick.
Jason Eaton posted his latest work.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
We saw that. You
look at that.
Now in the Michael Haas collection.
Yeah. Love that.
Wow.
I've been kicking that one around. And this one badass.
I know, dude. And that's funny.
Yeah, that's from Battlestar Galactica for you that don't know.
Yeah.
He turned it into a tissue thing. It was one of the ragtag ship containers.
Peter posted some James Bond stuff, it was just kind of cool to see everybody, posting their non-Star Wars collectibles. And
speaking of,
you want to? Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, let me go.
Yeah, I want to talk about that one. I want to share one more. Hang on. Let me.
Let me bring that up real quick. Oh yeah, that's your.
Yeah,
an update of your. Oh, come on. there's for some reason this is not letting me share really quick. There's something up with my laptop that's like doesn't want to let me. Yeah, it's not letting me share the pictures. It's kind of a weird. I don't know why. I'll download them and I'll just show them. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm finally buying a new desktop tomorrow due to all the technical difficulties I had with my current iMac is from 2010 or 2011.
Oh, really?
And I've been waiting for Apple to come out with a new one, so I've just found a cheap one or a less expensive one that's secondhand on FB Marketplace. So I'm gonna grab that tomorrow. I just can't. Everything I do, I get that little spinny beach ball, and it's like making me nuts.
I don't know what is going on with this thing, but all right. Here's one of them. I think I'll let me
So what
share.
he's getting ready to pull up, just so you guys know. So I've been working on the 6-scale mini rigs. So if you guys are looking at the screen in the center there, that's the 1980s Empire Strikes Back mini rig Cap 2. And we are creating for my Gentle Giant Jumbo collection a 6-scale Cap 2. Our friend Izzy is just amazing at what he does. And I want to be real clear that when I send the toy to him, he doesn't scan that. He draws that toy. So it's not simply just put in a deal and they scan it or 3D. I mean, he recreates that toy and it's workable. The only thing that we're playing with right now is the clear lens. We're going to try one thing, and if not, we're going to have to go to another source. It's funny because it almost looks like it's vintage lens right now.
Yeah.
You guys, if y'all look, it's going to be huge. But I've got a jumbo Bosk that they show in the box of the vintage Kenner with that Cap 2. So I'm really looking forward. Look at the size of that arm, and it's printed in a very low resolution. So there's very little print line. You can't see hardly any print line. So the prep's going to be minimal. And if you did ever have that vintage piece, the back has a little spring that pulls out where you could put an action figure like he's captured on the back, and it's going to have all that. So a big thank you to Izzy. He's doing a fantastic job, like he did on the other one that we did. So I'm looking forward to eventually having all of the little mini rigs in 6-scale. You know, it's really original. So isn't that cool? So. That's really, really cool stuff.
What you started this project quite some time ago, right, Mike? A couple of months.
Yeah, I started it about a year. It's been, I don't know, maybe 8 months ago or so we started. It just takes a while to do each one, but just the process of it takes so much time to.
Is this the first one though, or are you getting faster?
It's my second one. We've done one. I have one already, so this is going to be our second one. And this right here, if you guys are into Battlestar Galactica, there's one series that they showed. This is, everybody knows the Colonial Viper. This is what is like supposed to be in the movie, like the original Viper. And there was only a few of them made. Mike Salzo, Jason Eaton. This was made quite a while back. And Mike's just now finishing that up. What he did was I wanted lights in it. So he went back and broke the model down and created the lights in the model. I love this shit. And
yeah, very cool.
If you guys are familiar with the original one, but he's just, he made it where you could put it on a pan of ice. So I'm excited to have that in the collection of my Battlestar studio models. So, and that's so cool looking. Oh, and also there's a guy in the UK that is redoing. A lot of people. They have the EFX came out with that Battlestar Galactica helmet, Gabe, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he did a fantastic job. Did I send you a picture of that or no?
I think so. I'll check right now. Let me pull up.
But it's a great helmet, and for the price,
Oh, look, here's my gauntlet that came in today.
Oh, very cool. Oh, Haley would love that.
Wow.
How big is that, Gabe?
I mean, it's life size, so
it is 1:1.
Yeah, it's 1:1.
Damn.
Let me see if I can pull it. The problem, like I said, is that for some reason the pictures on my text messages don't want to show. But we'll figure it out right now. Yeah, let me pull up that Battlestar Galactica thing, and then.
Yeah, the helmets, the signature through EFX is kind of like the Vader. It's not quite as expensive, but it's going for like $3,000-4,000.
Oh, you know what? You might have sent them to me on like Instagram, or can you shoot?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, just shoot me one of the pictures.
Yeah, those helmets turned out fantastic.
Yeah. Nope.
We'll have that next week, and I'm going to plan on showing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I send it to your Instagram or no? Gabe?
No, can you text it to me?
Yeah, I'll try.
Gabe, did you get that last MYC TIE fighter?
I didn't. No. Yeah, I know a lot of people picked it out. It looks great. But
yeah,
I have the Icons one, which is pulled from one of the Pyro ones. So I'm good on the TIE fighter side. I think I mean I'll probably need Vaders and eventually, but no, I'm trying to not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty they look pretty spectacular.
All right. It's a little on the
small side.
Yeah, it's a little on the side.
I couldn't get it. It's the most I could get.
No worries. I think I could.
People kind of get an idea, but what a great job this guy did. Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't that awesome?
That works just fine.
Yeah. I mean, he's a perfectionist, that guy.
Yeah. Beautiful.
With that working LEDs. It's pretty cool because they had an episode where they're like angels, and he's doing a few of those white ones, the white version, which looks really cool too. I don't know how many people on our show are into Battlestar Galactica, but I really dig that movie.
I loved the series.
Yeah.
Marcel, if you did that, I mean.
Yeah, I am Stephen and Gabe. I'm trying to find. I have Tarkin reference material set aside. I absolutely would love to do Grand Moff Tarkin for sure. Yeah, 100%. Definitely into that. I'm right now kind of looking at really expensive reference books because they have the best images. So there was a Japanese one that I managed to get a hold of. There's a French one that I'm looking at. I was talking to David about it the other day. Most of them are for costumes and for ships. So Grand Moff Tarkin's a tough character to get a really high res image on. But if you happen to have any, because I know you're a big fan, Gabe, any resources, hook me up.
Yeah, I wish, man.
Picture of your arm flexing.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
That's enough. Good enough for me. I'll just take it from there. I'll do a dip dot one for you, bro.
There you go. Well, cool. Well, we're reaching the 2-hour mark. I know we, want to respect everyone's time on a Saturday, and I'm sure my kids are probably dying to start screaming here in the background. They've been really good, and they've been quiet for the last.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, any kind of final words, Marcel, Michael?
Well, I just want to know what kind of conditioner Marcel used.
That's right.
You got so much body,
I'll send you some, bro.
Yeah,
you need it. When you're good for now.
Yeah, right. I'm good right now.
No, man. I just thanks to everybody in the community for the support. I know not everybody's into the print scene, but just thanks for hanging around, being here. It's a good vibe with everybody here, and I appreciate it. And of course, thanks, Mike and Gabe, again and again and again. Thank you for everything that you guys do, not just for the artists, but for the whole Star Wars scene. And obviously, you've got it going on because you've got people in the industry watching. So Gabe's Star Wars Replicas career is taking off. So everybody go subscribe to Gabe Star Wars Replicas YouTube channel and get that done.
Thank you. Appreciate
Marcel, I just want to say on behalf of Gabe and I want you to know it's an honor for us as well. And you're always super kind and respectful, very humble. But we're excited that, that this was presented on our, it was a concept that's now a reality, and people are going to have it in their homes.
Isn't that great?
So so we're just as So,
thanks, guys. No, it's teamwork, right? And it's a great community, and I wouldn't have it any other ways. Just flawless. Thanks, guys.
So you thinking maybe 3PO McQuarrie, or we need to really think about that one a little bit, but
we'll think about that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Cool. Well, guys, thank you again, Marcel, for doing this for us. And again, hopefully, everyone that's jumping in kind of late. I know I just saw Jeff kind of jumping in. Hopefully everyone who's catching late doesn't miss out on one of these prints, but it's
and there's going to be 2 lucky people that come home with a Gabe and Mike signed plaque for their
valuable
at home. Come back in 2 weeks for that.
That was very nice of you to offer that for us.
It's good times, right?
Yeah, that's what Collection Wars is. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gabe, thanks for taking the time with your family to hop on and hang out with all of us.
Of course.
It's my favorite part of the whole week, man. So.
Yeah, man. Mine too. Well, guys, thanks again, everybody, again for hanging out on Saturday, and we'll see you guys next week. Can't wait to hang out with everybody next week again.
Yeah, for sure. Got some cool stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, guys. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Look forward to it. Good night, guys.